So I am showing you our warm-up from today. I'm going to be doing some jump schooling, but this is the warm-up. So Zack is trotting. I'm working and thinking a lot about him being in a box. I want him to not sprawl. That's one of his bad habits, is to sprawl. By sprawl, I mean he has a tendency to just let his legs go, however, without really putting himself underneath, his hocks underneath him. So my warm-up is going to be predominantly keeping him in the same balance with his hocks more underneath him. And I'm going to do that through transitions and just really paying attention to my hands and legs, that they're squaring him up beneath me. You'll see in the downward transition, especially here with the train in the background, that he wanted really badly to just swing his hips to the outside or inside, and then he spooked. So here, you see how he wants to throw his hips to the inside just then? That's what I mean by keeping him in the box. So I have to really pay attention with my inside leg and outside rein that he's gonna stay straight. I'm not really thinking about him being round. I'm thinking about him being on the bit and his head perpendicular to the ground, in terms, maybe perpendicular to the ground is not the right way to describe it. I want him not to tilt, is what I'm paying a lot of attention to, because he likes to escape. His shoulders escape, his haunches escape, side to side, because it's a big effort to put those legs underneath him and to really kind of sit up, so to speak. So here on the transition, the downward transition, he stays a little more square, and that's a real positive. So I've moved on to the canter here. I picked up the left lead, and then he kind of died on me, and I didn't really fuss with him. I mean, the goal with a young horse is really to keep them thinking positively, and your corrections of the horse have to be fair, or they're going to start to really show you some resistance. So his canter to the left here is pretty good balance for a 4.5-year-old, in my opinion. He's staying uphill. He's not pulling me down. You'll see he'll get tired and he'll swing around. Now, the funny thing about Zack is if you use your outside rein too much, he'll swap leads. He has a natural lead change, and you'll see it later on in the video in some places. So I'm kind of keeping to the same pattern. See how he doesn't want to stay in a box? He wants to swing out. So I'm keeping to the same pattern of kind of a figure eight and doing downward transitions in the same general area. Patterns are really good for young horses because they help them know what to expect. And especially for a horse like him, who's kind of dealing with sort of overpowering himself a lot, it's good for him to anticipate a downward transition. It helps him accept my aids a little better, and that's really important, because what I don't want to create is a horse that wants to fight with me. And Zack, the way he's built, his balance, he gets frustrated, and you'll see him periodically shake his head and really fight the bit a little bit. So I have to work at being really consistent and